Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
Do we have sound now?
We do have sound now.
Both of us?
Yes, both of us. No, we're not muted again. Zach just screwed something up.
Okay, so should we start over?
Yes, let's start over. Live! I'm telling you, you didn't miss much.
I gotta say, I did my best.
Oh my god, that was so loud.
Ever.
We've got data from Stellantis, is what I was saying before, data from Chrysler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn it up a little
Yeah.
more. No, it's loud enough, Ken. Data from Ford as well, so why don't we just jump right into that, Pops?
Okay, what did you want to jump into?
Give me 1 sec, I gotta make sure this will... Alright, so
What?
let me...
We're not jumping into it.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, so there it is there. There it is there. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, let us go here.
Half live from Vegas.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's start with the Stellantis news.
The lost automotive continent of Stellantis.
Assembly plants in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico will all face downtime due to the supply shortage. Did you read this one?
I did not.
Come on, man. We got an audience. We got people to report to.
We can read it together.
I guess we're reading it together.
Yeah.
Gang.
Stellantis is idling 5 assembly plants in North America starting next week. We'll make it a little smaller so I can't read it.
Go ahead.
No, because of the microchip shortage plaguing the automobile industry.
Yes.
Yes. So there's more than one plague. There's the pandemic, and then there's the chip shortage.
Yep.
Yes.
So anyway, so Stellantis is actually, Chrysler's is finally it's hitting the Pacifica Minivan, as well as the Chrysler 300, the Dodge Charger, the Dodge Challenger, etc. So big news when they're cutting back on production of some of their most popular, highest selling vehicles. Did you read the Ford one?
Ford?
I send this stuff to you in advance.
Well, they're idling their F-150 plants due to this.
You are perceived to be an expert.
I was. I've been telling people.
Was.
Yeah, I've been telling people about this chip shortage for 6 weeks now. Okay, you know it's now finally the manufacturers are stepping up and going, well, maybe it's time to level with the people.
Yep.
Yeah, that the chip shortage is bigger than we've let on. You know, and that it's going to impact the business more severely than we've let on.
Yep.
It's going to create shortages that are going to be more severe than we've let on.
Yep.
You know, it's I hate to say it, it's typical car business. It's you always either lie by omission or commission. And they've been lying by omission.
Well, it's really hard, I think, for everyone to expect the impact of the chip shortage, but there's been a...
Thank you, Ken.
Ken, thank you for the $10 to go towards future audio products. I hit a button wrong. I'm sorry about that, guys. No, but Dad, I think there's like the lie aspect. I also think it's really hard to measure, and I think our expectation is from having seen week over week the revisions to like the breaking news and also the amount of shortage that's there.
Yeah.
It's probably being underreported how big of an impact this is going to have.
Yes, it's I won't say it's the big lie because it's not the big lie, but it's a car industry lie where in the car industry we either exaggerate everything or we stretch the truth about everything.
Yep.
So I don't find it surprising that suddenly
Keep talking. I just need to check the audio.
That suddenly the manufacturers are starting to level with the public that there's going to be severe shortages because thank you, Steve, because there's going to be less cars built than what they even envisioned, say, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Hey guys, I know the audio is coming through a little
odd.
Yeah,
Oddly.
So give me a second. I wonder what I did tonight, Pops. What did I do differently? Let me know if I
have no idea what you did.
Larry Hart, let me know. I just hit a button. I think that should have fixed it.
Okay.
So let me know.
Or you can put your headphones on backwards.
No, I feel guilty. I thought I had this down to a science, but evidently I didn't.
You did have it down to a science.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right, audio's fine. Cool.
Okay.
I think that fixed it. All right, guys. I know my stuff.
Jeez. Yeah.
Okay, and
can people see the screen?
What are you
where
talking
it says, the part of the screen where it says use code 5 off 29.
This is what everyone else sees.
And can they
Steve gave us $3, by the way.
I said thank you, Steve.
Okay,
thank you, Steve,
sure.
again. And can they see that we're hiring?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're looking for my replacement, damn it. Who said I wasn't expendable?
Yeah, did I even tell you what we're...
You did not.
Yeah, so we're actually, I've got it, we won't spend too much time on this, but if anyone, we need help building the software.
Oh my God, we need a senior Python engineer?
What is Python? What do you think that means, Dad?
Python?
What does that mean?
Some people would think it's a snake, but I know it is a computer language that programmers need to understand and speak fluently.
There you go. That was actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well done.
I know you speak Python because I've heard you screaming in your nightmares.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, yeah, if you know anyone or if you're a programmer or developer and you know Python, we could use your help.
Yeah.
We're like, there's a lot of stuff for us to build. So.
And if you're a short, fat, balding guy and you have a perceived knowledge of the automobile industry and you're somewhat personable, well, Zach would like to interview you.
Yeah, exactly. Larry R wants to know, Dad.
He's tired of his dad.
Larry R wants to know if the $5 off coupon code is negotiable.
Well, if it's off, it's already negotiated for you.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do tonight. We'll come back to some of the automotive news reports later on, especially because we had some of the challenges with the audio. So we'll touch back on that. We'll also do phone calls tonight.
Yes.
Also want to
look for phone calls.
Also want to look at the Black Book data. Also want to share something I'm super proud of, Dad.
Yeah.
So we have the Black Book insights that we'll actually look at, and we'll do the live chat questions as well.
Yes.
We actually were released in a press release.
We were released in a
or we
were part of a press release from your friends at Black Book, who have now partnered with your auto advocate. It's amazing how they're willing to partner if you're willing to write the check.
Yeah, you write a big enough check that you can get a free press release. Now the team over there, we've gotten to know them really well. And what's, honestly, it's kind of surreal for me is when my dad and I started this over a year ago, we just looked at Black Book data. And I didn't know anyone over there. And now, the guy that runs it, and they put out that press release. And so, we're the first consumer-facing company to have Black Book data. So, super awesome.
Yes.
But why don't we actually look at the Black Book data that came out this week for the wholesale market?
Okay, and then I can relate the call I received from Chip yesterday bemoaning what's going on at the auctions.
And so if you're new to the channel, Chip is a fake name for someone who works in the industry that we can't use his name because we don't want him to get in trouble with his employer, because one time we did use his name.
Because we'd like him to be able to remain employed.
And Chip's a really good guy. Chip
has been in the wholesale car business for 35 years.
Yep.
So to suggest that Chip has an understanding of the wholesale automobile business would be a little bit of an understatement. And I would also, if I may, and I haven't mentioned this to you, because, we like to keep stuff from each other.
Sure.
I keep thinking of our friend who participates in the live streams, and I don't even know if he's watching tonight. I don't know if he's part of it, but Rich from Orlando.
Rich Nostra, yeah.
It would be nice if we could have Rich call in.
Yep.
And explain what he sees going on, because, well, he's in the wholesale automobile business.
Yep.
And he could share some insights from what he sees down in Florida.
Amazed you found a Chip with all the shortage and all.
Yes. Well, that's why we named him Chip.
Disney Dad 27, I literally just sealed a deal an hour ago on a brand new car because of you guys. You two are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what did we get?
Great job, Disney Dad.
Yeah.
Dad, no. No, this is
not what did we? What I didn't say. What did we get? What did we get?
Okay, chill. You're good.
What did he buy?
All right. Patrick, thank you for the.
Thank you, Patrick.
Looking for financing options. What do you mean, Patrick? Let us know, and we can answer as we go through the live chat.
I'm looking for financing options too.
But so back to Chip. Yeah. So Chip does wholesale buying.
For a group.
Yeah, for a group for many stores.
Yes.
And you haven't even told me what your phone call is. So share with me the phone call, then we'll look at the data.
Well, Chip called me yesterday. He says, I don't know how much longer this can continue. He said, because the prices of everything are just going crazy. Things that he was paying $28,000 for, I think he said Lexus ES350s, $28,000 for just like 3 or 4 weeks ago, $31,000 this week. Okay,
that's a significant increase.
Well, that sounds like more than 10%.
That's insane.
So he says, I don't know. I don't know where we can get cars. I think everybody's going to kind of run out of cars. He said the manufacturers are having a hard time producing cars. He said, we'll do whatever we need to do to try and trade a car so I don't have to try and buy a car at the auction.
Mike Dean mentioned to Patrick, check your local credit union. Mike is an awesome contributor to the YA community. He works at a credit union.
Yes.
And Mike, thank you for mentioning that to Patrick.
Yes.
Great suggestion. So yeah, where did he is he getting them from auction, or are they just trying to do more trades?
He said, I think I bought 20 cars this week when normally I try to buy 100. They can't, he said, and he says, I'm now, and I've never done this before. He said, but I'm now willing to pay MMR to
Which
get
is
a
the
car.
Manheim market
report.
Price.
So they're willing to pay MMR to get a car, and then they have to bring the car in, and then they have to recondition the car, and they have to pay all the auction fees and transportation fees. And he says, I don't know where the hell you're supposed to go with these cars once you have them. Even our aged cars.
Whoa, $20 from our dear friend Ian. Thank you.
I did ask him.
Wait, show some emotion.
Ian, yeah, buddy, way to go. Thank
Seriously,
you.
genuinely, thank you.
But I did ask him, I said, you have 35 years of experience. I have 43 years of experience. And it really seems as if all the experience we have, we can throw out the window right now. Because nothing is what it seems. The buy-up for spring selling season at the wholesale markets, at the auctions, started 7 weeks earlier than they have in previous years.
Yep.
So the seasonality that we always speak of, nobody's quite sure what the seasons are anymore. So he's just concerned that it's just so. I mean, they're to the point that they don't have a 60 or 90-day turn policy anymore.
Did you ask him about that?
Yeah, they'll hold on to the cars longer than they would have in the past, because they've been told that the general managers of the stores, even if you have an aged used car, you can't lose more than $300 when you sell it. Front end, when you sell it.
Wow.
Because we can't replace it.
So this is super interesting, Dad, because I see Jason's in the chat tonight on the stream. Hey there, Jason. So he actually sent an email to me, and I want to touch on his, and I also want to touch on Melissa's. You remember Melissa? She was from Massachusetts.
Yes.
I haven't shared this with you yet, but I got Melissa's.
We never share.
Whoa,
Adam. You saved $1,500 off on a car today.
Well, $1,450 at this point.
Yeah, $1,450 net at this point.
Net.
Yeah. Well, wow.
And that 50 is taxable, so Adam, congrats, and that's awesome, and thank you.
Yes.
That's so nice.
What did you buy that you were able to save an extra $1,500 on?
Yeah, please share some with us, and when we do the phone lines, I hope you can call in. It'll be awesome to hear your story.
Yes.
Oh man, I had 2 consult calls today as well, Dad. Okay, we've got so much to cover over the next 2 hours, but that's awesome, Adam.
Henry, thank you.
Stop it. You know what we should do one time, Dad?
No.
I had an idea. Can you guys let me know in the comment or in the chat if this is a good idea? Where every time we get a donation, we extend. Robert, what the
you can't say that. What the fudge?
What the fuck?
Oh my God!
All right. You guys are like me. It's like you gotta have the stamina.
And hit the like button as well. Let's crush the damn like button tonight.
I was gonna suggest to you. Thank you guys. Your generosity is through the roof.
Yes.
Oh, hopefully, one of you folks that are also donating or watching want to work with us too, so we can. Awesome. Whoa.
Hit the mic.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking we should do a live stream. Concentrate on this with me, where for every dollar that gets donated, we stay on the stream for X amount of time longer.
You gotta get a bigger battery.
I'll figure out how we can do it longer.
Well, I know how you do it longer. You have 2 batteries, and
but you
have
can't
one
swap them out because then you're down for a second.
Okay, well you could. Ken, you could swap it out.
Ken, save some money for when we're in your neck of the woods and we can all split a nice meal or something. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's a likelihood that considering that we're going to Silver Spring, Maryland, that's not all that far from the York area, as far as I can remember.
But Dad, I think there's something there where we do a stream, and based on like the stream will go on as long as. Anyway, we'll see if we do it.
Well, I'm so glad you thought of that without, and then you're telling everybody so that I can't say no.
Melissa, concentrate, Pops. I see the stream's coming in, but concentrate.
Okay, Melissa.
She sent in an email.
Just one?
No, her and I have been going back and forth for a while. Okay, I was looking back through my emails through January, from January through March, to compare changes with offers and values on my vehicle. Wanted to share it with you and Pops. Interested to see how the information clearly supports the videos regarding the rising prices in used cars. So let's click on one of these. So she actually teed this up really nicely. Let me make sure the folks at home can see this.
God.
Yeah. Let me zoom in.
Can she do some creative work for us in the future if we need it?
Possibly.
I saw you got to help one.
They're hiring. All right, yeah. You're never gonna let me leave that, Dad.
No, I'm not.
So Carvana offered her dad.
Yeah.
For her trade-in.
Yeah.
Back in beginning of February, $24,450.
Okay.
Most recently, today.
Yeah.
$25,764. Even just in the past 2 days, it went up $500.
No, that looks like 700.
No, 259 to 764.
I didn't look at that. I was looking at the 24,450.
I got you, Pops.
Okay.
So I mean, look at that.
So apparently,
the one that she was looking to buy.
Apparently,
going up in price.
No, but apparently, Melissa is proving the more you drive, the more valuable your car becomes.
Her Kelley Blue Book offers went up considerably.
Yeah.
The everything has been going up. So it's proof and it shows you. And then just for the folks at home, she's going to the Bruins game. And she said, I'm programming my LED mask to display your auto advocate while I'm at the game. I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
If you can get Tuukka Rask to wear that on his mask, that would be even better yet.
So I know Jason sent me in an email as well. So let's take a peek at Jason's, Pops. Because
I'm assuming Tuukka's playing tonight, is he?
I think she's going next week, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so Jason sent this in. Greetings, went to a Jeep dealer to get an appraisal on my Dodge Challenger. The sales manager was kind enough to show me the invoice on a Wrangler I was interested in. So we'll pull up the invoice as well just to kind of talk through that. So we'll look at the holdback and stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
So Jason's been sending me updates on his Challenger, his 2016 Challenger for a long time, for months. Thank you, Jason. 23,000 to 24,000 is the range from Carvana, Vroom, and CarMax. He took it to two local dealers, and they've offered him $19,000 for the trade-in.
Yeah.
Back in the Black Book valuation, we have it at anywhere from 21 to 25.
Not we.
Black Book
does.
Black Book does.
Yeah.
So he's wondering.
It's not just you and I coming up with
you and I can't make up those.
Well, we could.
Yeah, they'd be wrong.
Yeah.
So his question is what's going on? So what is your take on this, Dad? The dealers are offering $4,000 to $5,000
less than what the car should be.
Less than what Carvana, Vroom, etc. are offering.
Yeah.
And then less than what the book values are suggesting they would be. What's your take on that?
My take is that they're trying to steal a car. That they recognize that the situation is scary for them at the moment, that they have to overpay for everything. So I know if I were in the retail side of the business today and I were appraising cars, and I know in the old days when I did this, and I told you, I used to have three numbers in my head.
Yep.
The number that I would like to steal the car for. So let's say the car has a book value of $22,000, and I think to myself, well, if I can get that son of a gun for $18,000,
yep,
my owner's going to love me,
yep,
and he's going to want to keep my ass in this chair,
buttocks,
for another week, maybe a tad longer,
yep.
And then I had the number in my head that I thought it was really worth, and that number might have been $20,000,
yep.
And then the third number I had in my head was the number that I was willing to push myself to in order to make a deal.
Yep.
Okay. So I think that's what's going on.
They're just trying to steal it.
They're at step one, which is, as a used car manager, step one is to see what you can steal. Okay. Used car managers don't just like to assign what the real value of the vehicle is. They want to play games with the new car manager. So that
really?
Oh God, yeah.
Did you get along with your used car managers?
Well, yeah, I did, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've worked with some where they give me the number and then I just look at them. Okay, I know that's the number that you want to steal it for.
Oh, you mean when you're working a deal? So as a new car manager, you're trying to sell.
What's it really worth? And the way a car should be appraised is that the used car manager should appraise it for what it's really worth, not what it is that he's trying to steal it for. But I get it because, the used car manager wants to keep his tuchus in his seat for at least another week. So I think that's what's going on. They're trying to be able to cost average their inventories by trying to steal the local stuff that's being traded in.
Stuff at the auction's
while
going for
they're
way more.
willing to way overpay for the stuff that they have to buy at the auction. So they can cost average by buying less from your customer, paying more at the auction and averaging.
And as I'm seeing the chat come through, that everyone's saying the same thing. Like my Carvana quote keeps going up, my CarMax quote. And I think what we're seeing is, I see you did the big question marks. So we'll definitely address that. I think what we're seeing is those big used-only dealerships, their whole business model, like we always talk about.
They have to have cars.
They're in the business of buying cars as much as they are in the business of selling cars.
Yes.
Because as we talk about on here, the extended warranty, the loan, that's where they make.
That's what Chip and I were talking about yesterday. He said, they don't care what they pay for the car.
How can local dealers compete with that?
It's difficult. It's very, very difficult.
It's really surreal because what might be the downfall of local dealerships over the long term could be the fact that these big publics can steal all the used cars because they can overpay for them.
Well, they're not. They're not.
Well, steal it from the dealership because they're overpaying.
Yes. They are the big, like the Carvanas, the CarMaxes, the Vrooms.
Carvana's the biggest culprit.
The Shift. They are overpaying for everything. So they can have inventory, and they're squeezing the local guys who don't have inventory.
Yeah.
And the only way the local guys can compete is to overpay for inventory, just like
who's got deeper
Carvana's.
pockets.
Well, apparently Carvana's investors.
Exactly. No, I think this is actually, we're going to reflect on this probably, I don't know, in a year, 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
I think this could be a turning point. As we talk about it more and more week over week, it really could be a turning point, Dad, because you don't make your money actually selling the damn thing. You make it on all the ancillaries. And if customers, I don't know, I think there's a lot at play right here. There's a lot at stake, I think, in how cars are bought and sold over the next couple years because of what's happening right now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a shift happening.
I'm telling you, Chip is scared to death because he's trying to figure out how he's supposed to buy cars for the dealership and for the dealerships so that they don't run out of cars. Okay, and if there's less and less new vehicles being built, then there'll be less and less trade-ins being traded in because there's nothing for people to buy on the new side. And Chip agreed with me that what makes the most sense in today's world, the best value in today's world, new versus used, is new. Because
we got a video coming out this
everybody's got to overpay for the used, whether it be the dealerships that are looking to add inventory or the customers that are looking to buy it. And what happens to a lot of people is they have in their mind that they're looking for a used car, and all they do is they just keep looking at used cars, and never once do they say to themselves, well, maybe I might be better off spending a couple $1,000s more and actually getting a brand new car. Yeah,
no, we did an interesting video. We looked at, what was it, a Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yes.
Yeah, we looked at 2 Hyundai Santa Fe's, a new one and a 2-year-old one.
And the 2-year-old one was $5,000 less than the new one. And the new one had full warranty and 21,000 less miles.
So we've got an example of an invoice here. Let me see if I can zoom in just a touch. So this is an FCA invoice. So now a Stellantis invoice. Give me 1 second, Pops. I just want to make sure. Yeah, everyone at home can see as well. So we've got down at the bottom, we've got the employee pricing, the PP, which is another employee pricing, holdback of $1,274. Floor plan assistance, $424, right?
Yep.
So we actually have a video on the channel already, how to read an FCA. It was a Ram in that case. This is a Jeep Wrangler. invoice. But there you go. I mean, that's
So you have
$1,274
and four. So you have $1,274 in holdback that the dealer's going to get. If they sell the car quickly enough, there was $424 in floor plan assistance. And my guess is that it would take 2 or 3 months of paying floor plan interest to ever come up to the $424. So there's quite a bit of money below the line before any incentives from Stellantis to the dealership for hitting sales objectives.
Yep. Let's do 4 more minutes, then we'll open up the phone lines at the half hour.
My God, we've been going...
I know.
We've been going for 26 minutes.
Let me show you something.
And 25 of them actually had audio?
Yeah. So my dad and I got a couple photos taken recently.
A couple thousand last Sunday.
We're working on redesigning the website. Just wanted to show you guys a little sneak peek of what it might end up looking like.
Yes.
We're just so... I mean, look at that, man. Look how handsome you are. You look great.
Well, thank you.
You really do.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I got to tell you guys, it was an absolute blast getting some...
We spent 6 hours last Sunday with a team of professional photographers. Am I allowed to mention Cesare Photography?
Yeah, they did
I don't know if
job.
I'm allowed to or not. By the way, folks, just between you and me, I hate that headshot. Hate it with a passion. First of all, it's on the wrong side. It's reversed. That's number one. And number two... Could I see that picture again? And number two, I mean, that guy doesn't look nearly as handsome as the guy that was hanging on the car door.
Yeah, but I look pretty good.
You. Okay, so
we got to answer some questions.
I have to say this. So the thing that excited Zach the most was when Cesare said, you really ought to send the headshot to actors and models, whatever it is. He says, because you'll get some modeling gigs.
Let's answer some questions here in the
I'm going to get a modeling gig, too. I'm a hand model.
Okay, Henry He. Hey, guys, I have a situation here, and I would really appreciate your help. I purchased a brand new Audi on Monday, and on Friday, I found a spot on the hood has paint damage. What should I do?
Did you go back to the dealership, Henry? Take it back to the dealership. What type of paint damage is it? Is it major? Is it minor? Is it just a flaw? I need a tad bit more information. But if it's, it's at a certain point, you're probably going to spend some quality time with the general manager trying to figure out how to get it addressed.
Yeah, that sounds like something that goes to the GM. If you bought it on a Monday and then by the end of the week.
Wasn't there somebody that had 2 big red...
Oh, yes.
Question marks.
Oh, but Henry...
You said, we'll get to you with that.
All right, we're scrolling back up, gang. Give me a second.
There they are.
This is from Got Your. What is the fear for lenders in financing a car to me if I'm buying from someone that at the end of their lease and trying to sell before they return the car to the dealer?
What is the fear for lenders? Whether or not you qualify. And first of all, the guy that whose lease car it is, I believe he'd be the one that would have to buy it first.
Yep, because obviously when you're leasing a vehicle, the leasing company owns the vehicle.
Yes.
You buy it, and then you'd be selling it private party.
Yeah, but I don't think a lender has any.
Oh, Jason says he's talking about a third-party pass-through.
So they're trying to beat something or another, sales tax. I don't know. The guy that's leasing the car has to buy it first.
Matthew Creets says Carvana is offering over $14,000 for my 2016 Chevy Cruze. Will a dealer give me more on trade for a new car?
Probably not.
However,
maybe they'll give you the 14, or maybe they'll give you the 13.5, or maybe they'll give you close to the 14, and with the tax savings of trading in the car, that'll get you up over the 14. But they're probably not going to give you more.
Matthew, back on our website, if you search trade-in,
what happens?
My dad wrote a guide, car trade-in tactics for success. This is one of the ones we did. This was one of the OG guides back from September last year. So I'll put that in the chat there for you.
What's for dinner tonight?
My mother's house in Summerlin, Nevada.
There you have it.
Chris says, we just did a video on this, but let's answer it. Should you pay to have your car professionally detailed before trading it in? Does the value go up?
Well,
professionally detailed. That's the question.
Professionally detailed. Yes, because if it looks clean to the used car appraiser well, then it is clean.
When we did
perception
the video,
is everything.
Who asked that question? Chris, when we did the video, my dad explicitly said, I'd clean up the outside, and these scuff marks on the tires, I'd take a black Sharpie to them.
Yeah.
So professionally detailed, I mean, it's like, you could, but also just making it look damn good.
Yeah, just, clean, make it look like you keep your car clean all the time, so that when the professional appraiser is looking at it, he goes, oh my God, they keep their car clean.
Got Yours says, got it. So they can't legally sell the car. So the only way people can sell their cars before they turn them in is to a dealer. You're still not actually selling it to the dealer.
No, they could either do a lease return to the dealer. They could do a trade-in.
Which a lease return. So let's just
at the end of your lease, you have options.
I think that's as you explain it. I'll pull up the guide on that.
So one of the options is at the end of the lease, you can just turn the car back in, subject to an inspection for lease and excess wear and tear, where they check things like glass damage, tread depth, maintenance schedules that have been adhered to. So they check the car for damage, and assuming that in most cases most people aren't going to have excess wear and tear.
Did you write this one too? You're prolific.
I am, and so you can just turn the car in after the inspection. You can, if the car is worth, let's say it's got a residual value of $15,000, but it's got a market value where you could retail it yourself for, say, $18,500, and you could buy it for $15,000 plus you have to pay the sales tax in most states.
Yep.
Maryland is a state where you would not, because you've already paid the sales tax on the whole purchase price of the car when you leased it. But in most states, you'd have to pay the sales tax. So let's just say, so that I can do math easily, let's say the tax rate in your state is 10%. So that would be $1,500. So you'd have $15,000 plus $1,500, and let's call it $500 for motor vehicle fees. So you have a total of $17,000, but you can turn around and sell the car for $18,500 to $19,000. That's your profit if you want to do that. Okay. Or you can just turn it in and get another vehicle. Those are your options.
And if you get another vehicle with the same manufacturer, your lease disposition
they'll waive the lease disposition fee and all that.
Larry R says, follow-up, when buying out a lease in a state where you must go through a dealer, can you shop it to dealers of the same make to get lower fees? Not sure I understand that one.
No, I understand that one. Because
that's your,
Because one dealer's dock fee might be $300 and another dealer's might be $400.
Gotcha.
The state fees are going to be the same regardless of dealership, but the dock fee could be different. You could. Most lease companies want you to return the lease car to the originating dealer.
Got to give a shout out to Stephen D. Spread the word about Let's help change the industry by educating everyone. Knowledge is power.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, Stephen D.
Yep.
I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's why we're doing this.
Mike Dean says the one negative about these elevated valuations is that it's putting emotion back into the process that should be emotionless.
Well,
emotion's always there.
Yeah, in just about everything we buy as human beings, just about everything we do as human beings, a lot of it is swayed by emotion.
For sure.
And car dealers know how to tap into that.
Ken reminding us to hit the thumbs up. So please.
Yeah, come on, smash that damn like button.
Be careful. This is a very, very bad table.
Yeah, well, we're leaving soon. Maybe we'll take it apart.
Narinder says, Dad.
Yeah.
I am interested in a 2021 Mazda 6, originally listed at MSRP of $27,500.
Yes.
I'm asking for $25,000 out the door. Too much considering end of month and the quarter.
Is it too much? I don't know, because I don't know what factory incentives there might be. My guess
also what your sales tax is.
Yes,
and your
there's a lot of factors I don't know. What I would suggest is to see if they have any 2020 new ones that might have greater incentives from the manufacturer that might make it easier to get to your $25,000 out the door.
But end of month, end of quarter is a good time. Make sure it's an aged unit.
And last time I checked, the end of the month and the end of the quarter is Wednesday.
Birdie says, Dad, Carvana's offered me $19,000 for my 2017 Honda Accord V6 with 66,000 miles. Should I sell?
Only if you want to walk in the future. Yeah.
All right, Frank R., thank you guys for the help. I called 8 Audi dealerships and 1 provided me with a lease quote. That's insane.
That is proof positive that we have so much work left to do to get the industry to understand that everybody, the consumer, the dealer, the dealership personnel, are all better served if you can figure out a more consumer-centric way to do business and not getting back to customers, not providing them with the information that they ask for is not the way to do it.
Steven Soprano has a tip to share, and it actually prompts a question in my head. In the chat, can everyone share like the one big tip or the one most impactful thing either you've learned from us or you've learned from yourself to share with other people that are on here?
Because I'm still willing to learn.
No, it was the same here.
Yeah.
So Steve says, tip, I made sure to get a letter from Chase that everything is satisfied to have something in writing.
Okay. So like a lien release for your current car.
That makes sense.
That's been paid off.
Yeah, so if you
just in case you misplaced your lien release.
Yeah. I remember actually when I was like selling or trading in a car, that was something you asked me about, like where is that or where is the title actually?
Yeah, where's the title?
Yeah, that's pretty basic stuff.
Yeah. Now your sister with the Subaru, I mean, we have a title and a lien release from Chase. And at some point, maybe when we get back to Maryland, we'll actually put the car in her name.
Jason, tip, if it's taxable, it's negotiable.
Yeah, it's true.
Sam Bryant, thanks guys. Your videos helped educate me, and I was able to save over $6,000 on a new 2021 Yukon SLT.
Give that's the giant ass Ray Shefska stamp of approval.
Giant tookus.
The big tookus. The big BT.
Wow.
Big tookus stamp
Jeff
of approval.
Reynolds, tip, communicate via email or text, keep things brief.
Yes.
Go in with a loan, get financing ahead of time, refuse to allow credit pull unless you want to see if they can beat what you've got. Alex, at no point during the car negotiation do you have to stay. You can get up and walk at any time you feel you need to. You have no obligation to buy because... Can I comment on that one?
Yes, you may.
We are 4 days away from the end of the month.
Good.
I was just doing the math in my head. Ooh. We're 4 days away from the end of the month.
Yes.
A lot of people that I'm doing the consult calls with, Dad, they're telling me the dealer won't negotiate. And I keep telling each of them, just wait until Wednesday. Just see what happens on Wednesday. Yeah. Don't get back in touch. Just wait till Wednesday.
Yeah.
You are so close.
Yeah,
and so
Tuesday, Wednesday, we need 3 more deals. You get so and so on the phone and see what we need to do to make a deal.
Exactly. So I guess the point being, get up and walk away today. You got Wednesday. You got Tuesday, Wednesday.
You should never be afraid of leaving. And I can't tell you in all the years that I've done this where I had customers say to me, well, I went to your competitor and they just wouldn't let me leave. Really? Did they handcuff you to a desk or a chair? I mean, you have, and we've said it, and I will continue to say it. You possess the most powerful 2-letter word in the English vocabulary that you can use when it comes to dealing with car salespeople, and that is no. Just say, if you're not comfortable with it, just say no and say, I'm leaving. And then you're going to tell me, well, they said, no, well, just wait a second. I want to check on this. If you're not happy with the way things are going, get the hell up and walk the hell out.
Yep.
That's all the power in the world.
Yep.
You have the ultimate authority.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Because a lot of folks I'm talking to, I'm sure everyone on here has heard from a salesperson before. Yeah. Well, my manager said this is as low as I can go, or my manager said we can't do anymore, or my manager said this is our low. When you were on that side, and you were telling your salesperson, go back out there and tell them that. What happens when the customer then walks? Because I've heard some stories.
Then the sales manager goes, "What the hell are you doing? Let them leave." You let them leave. I would have gone lower.
Because we get stories of people getting chased out to their car. We get stories of people getting harassed over the phone afterwards.
When the salesman says, my sales manager says this is as low as we can go, I got a great response as the customer. I'd like to hear that directly from your salesman. Yeah. Okay. Would you make that fat son of a get up out of his chair and actually walk over here and engage with a customer as opposed to just engaging with you, the salesman?
So I don't know if Tabitha
salesperson.
I don't know if Tabitha's on the stream tonight. She was one of the console calls that I had today, and Tabitha's working to buy her vehicle. She's I guess I don't have the tab open, but anyway, she's working on her deal. She went to a dealership.
Yes.
They've been negotiating over email on a specific VIN. She gets there. They ask her to test drive another vehicle because someone in accounting took home the vehicle that they'd been negotiating that was listed as a new vehicle with 3 miles. It actually has 2,500 miles on it. Everything went close to 3 miles. Everything went to hell, right?
Yeah.
She ended up being adamant. We're leaving. We're done. We're done. Yeah. General manager got involved. Yeah. And she's now working directly with the general manager to negotiate her deal. And she's those true car unicorn deals where she's going to get one of those.
Yeah.
We had a great console call. I was like, okay, here's how we're going to leverage this terrible experience now that you're working with.
Trust me, in most dealerships, if the general manager's getting involved, well, he's not going to let somebody leave and not make a car deal.
Share your stories, because D. Newton just said I actually had a salesman and manager low-key try and block my path to the door. It was kind of hilarious. Share your stories of dealership experiences, because we obviously get them from my dad. His experiences from that side of the desk. Share your stories. I'm very curious to read through some of them here.
Yeah, I mean, because the general manager is going to prove to the general sales manager, to the new car manager, to the used car, whoever it is, you want to know why I'm the general manager? Because I could figure out how to make this damn deal when nobody else could.
Mayani, the biggest thing she's learned is to ask the dealership to see your credit scores from all 3 bureaus, so asking for the approvals.
Yes.
I have a 769 credit score and couldn't understand how I ended up with a 4.9 interest rate.
Because somebody was trying to take advantage of you.
Yeah, and I actually today just threw this together. Where is it? It's back in Teespring.
I can't wait till you show the new merch.
That's
this is potential new merch.
Show me the buy rate.
Yeah.
I put it on a T-shirt. Put on this thing. It's not that good. I need Anna, our actual designer, to work on it. But I threw something together just in the meantime. Let me know.
How about show me my buy rate?
Show me my buy rate.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Show me your buy rate.
Do you want to take a couple phone calls?
I want to do.
I don't know what you're.
What
are you saying?
I don't know what I'm saying, but I want to do whatever it is that you want to do because, well, I'm here for you.
Look at it. We got buy rate. People are excited about buy rate. Okay, all right, cool. I threw it together. We'll get better. Oh, D. Newton, excuse me. When can we buy this? Wow. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to type the call-in line in the chat. We'll get set up on our end. It should take no more than a couple seconds.
Okay.
And then we'll do some phone calls. So give me 1 second.
Does that mean I'm going to have to put my headphones over to my knee?
Yes.
Yeah. Put them on my knee so I can hear?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Show me the buy rate.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. Jim Harvey, Zach, after doing 2 consults with you, so see, they're real. Yeah. I was finally able to close a deal on a Ram 2500 Bighorn about 2 weeks ago. I saved over $5,000.
Look at you. That's the big A stamp of approval.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're
where is the little potato? Yeah,
I know.
Ask me why I'm a small potato.
That was the first word.
We gotta have those. We got. Go find a bushel basket, damn it. Fill it with potatoes and take a picture.
Anna's the designer. Here, I'll let you know once we got it, because I know it's muffled for you. So.
What's muffled? I can hear the caller. I just can't hear you.
Yeah, but you don't even want to hear me. Okay, phone lines are now open.
Yeah.
So the next phone call that comes in, we'll take it. Hopefully the audio is no issue, but I can't imagine that will be. But we'll see in a second. Josh Moe, looking at a new vehicle that's been on the lot 120 days. What item system should be double checked prior to purchase? Lot of rot issues?
There could be some lot rot issues. You want to double check, drive the car. Make sure there's no flat spots on the tires because more than likely they haven't really driven the car.
We're good, Pops.
Yeah, oh, look, okay. And also you want to get them to do a battery test so you can see how much life is left in that battery.
You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? And most importantly, what can we do to help?
Hey, man. It's Victor from New York.
Hey, Victor. How are you tonight?
All good. Just trying to figure out what to do.
Well,
with a new purchase.
Us too.
So basically, I'm trying to figure out if I should buy. I decided for a Subaru Crosstrek, and I'm from what I'm hearing from you, is if I should buy it right now before the prices go up, and if I should look for a new one instead of a pre-owned one.
You might. My suggestion right now is to check out a new one and see what the price difference is between a brand new one with full warranty, what that price is in comparison to what the pre-owned one is, and see if it might make more sense to spend a few dollars more to get the brand new car with the better warranty.
Victor, in the video that's coming out this week, and we were looking at not a comparable but a similar vehicle to Santa Fe, we were seeing, I think it was about a $4,000 difference between a 2019 that had 20,000 miles on it and a brand new one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually not that far from what's happening with the Crosstrek that I'm seeing. So yeah, okay, I'll do that then.
Yeah. You might be surprised, and they might have some special financing that's available that makes it even more affordable than you would think.
Perfect. And should I go on the 31st, or can I go on the 30th?
You can go on the 30th.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Let us know how it goes.
You too.
See ya.
Victor was looking really good.
First call of the night, man. In the books.
Yeah.
We had a great Missy B traded a 17 Silverado for a 21 AT4. Both 0%. Great trade-in values by checking threatening CarMax using YAA to verify trade values and negotiating car price only. Thank you, Missy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
Isn't that why we're trying to do what we're trying to do?
It is indeed.
Oh, Kansas.
You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? Can you mute us in the background? And what can we do to help?
Hello. Come on over.
Gotta hate when that happens.
Me too.
Because it's like you're so close.
Yeah,
but you're so far.
It's not that easy to get this close to us too.
Best tip: there are no magic words for bigger discounts. Many dealers have considerations that cannot be known to customers in data sets. The best approach is to be informed and have options.
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah.
They muted themselves. Yeah, something happened on that call, unfortunately.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they muted everything.
Yeah. Okay, Sadiq is asking Kimberly some questions, so we can answer that while we're waiting for another phone call to come in.
Yeah.
I have a question regarding my leased Ram. I have a 2018 Ram 1500, and the lease will end at the end in a month.
Yeah.
Now's the time to be looking to get quotes on that.
I would absolutely.
Especially if it's a Ram.
Out.
Yeah.
Get a quote from Carvana, CarMax, and Vroom.
Exactly. Matt says he'll call. Okay. All right. Matt.
Okay.
I'm going to be quicker this time.
Okay.
What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do?
Hello? Okay. You rubbing the phone on your pants leg? What is this?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you at the beginning.
Okay, well, we're here.
So I have a deal that I'm looking at working with a 2016 Chevy Volt.
Okay.
And one of the things that I wanted to get your opinion on is it has been part of a manufacturer buyback, and then they bought it from the auction and then are now selling it. Through talking to the dealer, they seem to indicate that they replaced one little sensor, but it didn't seem to be a big deal, and then it went through the full Chevy 127-point, inspection kind of thing. Wondered what your experience was with that.
The first thing you need to do is you need to ask them, what kind of titles does this car have? Is it a branded title? Does it show that it was a lemon law buyback? Those are things you need to know, so you can determine whether
the Carfax does show that it was the lemon law buyback.
Okay, so it has a branded title, which means that it's worth less because the title's branded. So,
but Dad, let's get right to the point. That's probably not unless you got a good reason. There's probably better options out there to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe run, don't walk from that one would be.
Well, it depends what the savings are, but I know I wouldn't want to buy a lemon law buyback. And in order for it to be a lemon law buyback, it means that the customer had to bring it back X number of times. I think it's 4, 5, or 6 times over X amount of months for the same problem for the dealer to try and resolve the issue, and they were never able to resolve it in that time frame. So, excuse me, that's a little scary.
Definitely. And now that it went to auction as well, because
Yes.
when you have a lemon law buyback, that's going back to the dealership that you originally sold it to. Then it's going to the manufacturer. So now it's going to the auction.
And as Mike
well.
Dean suggests, many lenders won't even lend money on a branded title.
And many extended warranty companies like
Won't
AUL,
write
who
an
we work
extended
with,
warranty.
won't write a service contract for it. So there's just, the savings don't justify, in my opinion, all the challenges that you then face.
Yes. And if you were to buy it and the same issue rears its ugly head, General Motors isn't going to do a thing for you, and neither's that dealer.
Okay. Do you have an idea what a percentage, we're talking like a $15,000 car that we would...
I would tell you that when I appraised cars, and if somebody brought a car in and it had a branded title, I would cut the book values in half. So.
Okay.
Does that help?
Fantastic. It does.
Okay.
One last related question with the Volt that I'm looking at,
Yeah.
or Volts in general, is I'm looking at the, I really like some of the features with the Premier, with all of their options on that. How much does that add to the cost as far as like extra accessories? And I'm thinking like they kind of have a premium package with like adaptive cruise and lane.
I don't know how much their premium package was in 2017. I wish I did.
I wish you had that in your head as well. No, you'll definitely have to check some different Monroney
Google
labels. Google's your friend on that one.
But as a used, does that value usually carry over then?
To a certain degree.
And I actually have some interesting insights here. Going to drop off those who turn back on the stream. Thank you so much for calling in. But
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So I actually have some insights on that front end.
Okay.
We had a phone call this past week with Chrome Data.
Yeah.
Chrome is one of the big providers of automotive data.
Yeah.
And they have a mapping back to Black Book. And our whole team was confused. Like, why is there this mapping? Or shouldn't the data be like 1-to-1? Like if Black Book has a VIN, then Chrome says it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Black Book maps to more trim levels than Chrome does. So there's more specificity in the different, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that to be said, like different trim levels and different package levels don't always get picked up in the book values as accurately as they could.
Well,
or should.
and when you say to me, well, what's it worth today? I mean, I can tell you in the old days, and the old days are probably still today, that cars that have navigation systems are normally part of a technology package. And maybe the technology package, the MSRP of the technology package might be $2,500 or $3,000. And in 4 years, what does that add to the value of the car on the retail side? $400 or $500?
Yeah. Can we give Kimberly a shout out really quick? She's working like back and forth with Sadiq here. Kimberly, you have the patience of an angel. So thank you for working with Sadiq because I've seen lots of questions.
I didn't know angels had patience.
The patience of what's the saying?
The patience of a saint.
Patience of a saint.
Or in her case, the patience of the greatest nun of all time.
Narinder says, is it better to go in person and negotiate, or do phone calls work fine?
Well, here's the deal. In most dealerships, and since most dealerships are still old school style dealerships, your greatest leverage is your presence. Okay? In more up-to-date dealerships, they've learned that it's okay to negotiate via the phone or via email or even via text, but it depends on whether or not you're dealing with a newer trend type of dealership or an old school dealership.
Absolutely. Okay, someone in the chat, if you're looking to buy a car right now, or if you've got a trade-in, put some VINs in there. We can run them live.
Now, wait a second. There's a shout-out. I like it. It's in nothing but capital letters, and it is Kimberly rocks. And never have truer words been typed into a live chat. How was that?
That's going to get the Ray Shevska stamp.
You're damn right.
Yeah, Kimberly's, we're lucky.
Yes.
We're really, really lucky.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see if some VINs come in. We'll open phone lines back. Do you want to actually circle back to what we started the night with, just so that if someone's joining us at the top of the new hour?
Well, we started the night and we were muted.
I know. I screwed that up. Pops.
So I don't want to circle back to that, but I'll circle back to whatever you'd like.
So let's touch on Stellantis.
The
lost continent,
the lost automotive continent of Stellantis.
They shut down 5.
I think they're off the coast of the Bahamas. Check with Addie, see if she's seen anything that would suggest sunken Jeeps and Chryslers.
So the Pacifica Minivan,
yeah,
that's going to be affecting. I mean, actually, here let's go. The plants, which have 3,500 workers, builds the 1,500.
Yeah.
The Jeep Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, which are crazy new vehicles that are coming out. Pacifica, the Voyager. I mean, it's just across the board. The 300, the Charger, the Challenger.
Yeah. So we're talking about plants in Canada, the United States,
all of
Mexico.
North America.
Wow.
5 different plants. Then on the Ford side, we have them finally coming out and saying, okay, just for a weekend, but we're going to stop production of our F-150s. How?
Just for the
weekend. It's just a little.
You know what? Take a 3-day weekend, everybody, and maybe we'll call you back in Monday. Maybe.
If that's not a sign.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if there's any outstanding issues from what's going on in the Suez Canal. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that somebody's going to be paying a lot of money. And I don't know if it's the ship owner that grounded that thing.
Steve Jones.
Yeah.
I ended up buying the Highlander we were chatting about on Thursday night's members-only live stream. Salesman asked if I worked in cars. Woo.
Yeah, buddy.
Just hug it out.
We're hugging it out, kids.
Nice job, Steve. Steve, when we open the phone lines, you should call and tell us more about... Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Man. That's awesome.
Big boat stuck.
Stellantis from the original Greek meaning Island of Autos.
Yes. And most Stellantis employees wear Izod polos because Izod is the Greek god of little alligators.
David Francis. David, is that a vehicle you're looking to buy? I guess no. I guess that must be one you're looking to trade in. So let's run our first Black Book report of the night, Pops.
Okay.
Because it ties in with this, right? So when we see Stellantis shutting down plants, when we see Ford, it has this impact back on used car prices. Value might trade.
Yes.
All right, we had 32,000.
Somebody just donated $4.99.
That's really thoughtful.
Bless their hearts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we will scroll down in just a second to acknowledge who that was.
I might have to have a glass of wine on that $4.99.
Nope, you're not getting your gout has been so good. Why would you do that?
Because we're moving Wednesday, and I want to be hobbled when we move again.
2008 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara. Here you go. Here you go, David. That's the Black Book trade-in value range, private party, and expected retail. We'll mention that the 2008, anything that's like pre-2015, CarMax is usually going to be one of your best bets. Carvana isn't as keen to some of those older vehicles. And the Black Book valuations, all part of the YA membership. So back on the website, we have the promo code for the weekend. Please use that if you would like.
$5 off 29.
Cruising RSX, 2020 Honda Fit EX, or the new 2021 Kia Rio S hatchback, or save some more for a Mini Cooper S.
Well, the 2020 Honda Fit is the last year of the Honda Fit.
Yep.
Okay. So if you don't mind buying the last year of it, and you can probably work a Honda dealer for a pretty decent deal because they just want to get rid of them.
Yep.
If you're looking to buy, I would stay away from the Mini.
Especially probably potentially a used one or something. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Well, it depends how long you want to keep it.
Alex says, I watch many car buying advice YouTube channels, but your father-son dynamic makes yours the most fun. Lol.
I know Lowell. Lowell was a dear friend of mine.
Thank you, Alex.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, do you want to know why that is? Can I say why that is?
Yeah.
Because there aren't a lot of father-son teams doing this nonsense.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, wow. David says, do you recommend going into a dealership and holding firm with the top trade-in amount right now? I mean, if you're working a car deal for the end of this month, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you get a number from Carvana, get a number from Vroom, get a number from CarMax. give dealerships something to shoot for. Just because Black Book says it could be worth from 10 to 15 doesn't mean it's worth 15.
Yep.
So
let's help Ken out here. He's looking at a BMW 4 Series, so I'm going to run this real quick.
Ooh, a 4 Series convertible. I like those.
Let me pull this up.
On
Give me
a lease.
1 second. Yeah, definitely on a lease.
Yeah.
And then Narinder's got one as well. While
my
I'm
God.
running it in the background, we've got Jose asking us,
Yeah.
do you guys think that the negotiation of car buying will disappear as dealers move to online buying platform? I would imagine the prices would be firm. What do you think?
I think my hope, and this is strictly a hope. Oh, BMW Fairfax.
Yeah, you know them.
Yeah. My hope is that as we move forward, that stores will realize that they're better off becoming a negotiation-free type of facility than a negotiating facility, so that the price that you're advertising is the price. And it'll just make it easier for the dealership, for the consumers, for the dealership personnel. It doesn't have to be as difficult as the automobile industry has made it for the past 120 years.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I'll share at the end of the stream. I've shared this before on a stream before, our manifesto. It'll end up on the website kind of soon, but like talking about why we're passionate about what we're doing right now and a few other things. And so we'll touch on that.
By the way, how are we doing on likes, ladies and gentlemen? Because my understanding is that if you don't like us enough, okay, then our dear friends at YouTube won't recommend us as much.
Dear friends. Okay, so let's work on this 2021 BMW 430i convertible.
Wait, J.K. Faulkner wants to know, why wouldn't the manufacturers just go to direct model then?
That's Jason.
Okay. Because there's 17,000 new car franchise dealerships. How do you buy them all out?
Yeah, there's a lot of money tied up in old money.
Yeah, and think of all the money that the manufacturers have forced their dealerships to invest in upgrading facilities and everything like that. I
haven't even told my dad this, and maybe I shouldn't do it on a stream, but I'm going to anyway. The number of people I've talked to in the industry that essentially have said to me, don't F with how the dealers make money. You're not going to last, kid. Like, I get that bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Because, and I get it. I get where they're coming from. I'm naive enough and, green enough to say, okay, screw it. Let's keep trying. Let's push.
Yeah.
But the reason I share that is because I think you're right. Like, and to Jason's point, why wouldn't the manufacturers just go direct?
Yeah.
Because there's like a mafia type thing going on to make sure that the dealers make their money. It's business.
They don't have to go to the direct sale model. They just have to have enough dealers. The vast majority of the dealers say, we're going to start selling cars differently and make it more customer centric.
Yeah. Which honestly, hopefully we push in that. Yes. All right, but let's look here. Let's look in the meantime. For Ken.
Okay.
We got 2021.
Okay.
Been on the lot 22 days.
22 days.
So they're probably not thinking about really discounting that too terribly much. But
no, it is the end of the month. So there are, and it is the end of the quarter, so there are incentives.
None of them in the area, though, have been on the dealer's lot particularly long. Just calling that out.
But there are enough incentives out there, and it's going to depend on how close they are to hitting their new car sales goal.
Yeah.
So that could be a determining factor as to whether or not they would negotiate more.
So Ken, hit the email templates.
Yes.
Request that OTD quote. You got the dealer's contact info. It'll be pre-filled with your contact info.
Yes.
Give it a shot. End of month. Good call out, Pops. Good call. But setting good expectations.
Look. Somebody said Illinois Car Dealer Association is suing Rivian over direct sales. Of course they are.
We get asked every single day, why can't you sell extended warranties, vehicle service contracts in California? Because the local dealer is in Florida
and Massachusetts.
Because the dealers, but California is the one where everyone asks us. We don't have that as many people in those other areas. But anyway, it's because the Dealers Association lobbied and monopolized it. That's why. And so I'm not surprised that that's happening in Illinois. Not at all. Oh my God, Dre Skates is a $2,650 recon fee for a 2019 previous lease vehicle appropriate. Oh my gosh. That's painful.
Is that because it was at the body shop? I mean,
on a lease return.
Well, you know,
Lease returns are the best used cars.
typically, yeah.
2650. Is that? Are you in Florida, Dre Skates?
Yeah,
That sounds like Florida.
So that is so. If I can interpret what it is that you're saying, the dealer is advertising the 2019 vehicle at a price, and then they're telling you, oh, and there's a $2,650 reconditioning fee on top of that price. If that's what I think you're suggesting, it is that they're just doing bait and switch. They're using a cheap price in order to get you to click on that vehicle, or in order for you to come in and look at that vehicle, where they can then raise the price with the bogus reconditioning.
Jamie tossed this VIN for a 2021 Atlas in the chat, so let's take a quick peek. Another one, 22 days on lot. End of the month, though. Low negotiability.
Yeah.
There's so many in the market here.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, this is, I don't know if you've ever used the market price report. If you're not, using the software, the idea would be run your VIN, see what the negotiability score is, see what the suggested offer is, raise recommendation, then use the similar vehicles table to run a report for this one over at Fox Valley or this one over at Larry Roche.
Fox Valley, so we're in Wisconsin.
Here you go. You're a 100-mile radius of Chicago, it looks like.
Okay.
Whoa! Melissa. So, okay, Melissa, this is like... Jamie, I hope that helps. Narinder, we're going to run your VIN in a second. Dad, you and I talk about this from time to time.
Yes.
Melissa is a paying member of your auto app.
Yes.
Melissa has gone out of her way to spend... I think, Melissa, you signed up for the $50 one. I think you did. So back on our website, she went here and she paid for one of these, right?
Yes.
And the reason she paid for one of them is so that she can get more help navigating. And then she comes to our stream.
Yes.
And donates.
Yes.
$40.50.
Yes.
Because they declined her $4,050. But anyway, she got $4,050 back in her pocket thanks to us.
Yes.
To the 450 people that are on here.
So she gave us 1% of what she saved.
How?
Bless your heart.
But she already gives us $50.
I know.
It's incredible.
I know.
Have you ever been a part of anything like this before?
No. And
thank you, Melissa.
And I think I said it in a video that probably hasn't dropped yet. We have saved thousands of people millions of dollars.
Well, they have saved, we've empowered.
Yes.
Tabby's here. Tabitha, we're going to open up the call lines and you're going to call in if you don't mind. Yeah. Oh, my. She's got the great story from it.
Okay. Today. And John just came through with $4.99. Thank you, John.
You guys are incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Larry, maybe we do need to charge a percentage of savings, but honestly, what we're doing right now, we're in a position we can hire someone. So, I mean, thank you. And that comes from the YouTube money. That comes from people. So we do obviously earn revenue from YouTube. And when people sign up, and we're literally hiring someone to help build the software. Like, I can't do this solo. Nor do I.
Yeah.
The early days, yes.
Yeah.
But now there's a team. Oh, there's my dad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's a team, and in order to build that team, it takes money. I know that there are some people that have commented that our profit margins on the vehicle service contracts are way too high. We're taking advantage of people.
$500.
Yeah, we're not taking advantage of people. We're being transparent with people, which is something that 99% of the dealerships out there are scared to death of: transparency. I'm sorry, that money is needed to continue to grow the software, all the offerings that we're adding.
It's called investing, Dad.
Yeah, it all costs money.
Let's Robert is at the dealer right now waiting to go into F&I. Let's open up the phone lines. Let's see if someone calls in. So we're gonna
Okay.
We're gonna open back up. Tabitha call in, Melissa call in, Robert at the F&I office. You can call in.
Yeah.
People are starting to pay Ray a union type thing, which starts next month.
Yeah, pay Ray.
I'm excited.
Pay Ray. Yeah.
I also haven't gotten paid yet. So next month is a new month for both of us.
Yes.
Should be the first month we both get paid.
Yeah.
We have actually put every dollar towards the team, but that's okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey guys, this is Tabitha.
Hey Tabitha, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Well, good.
It's been quite a day.
It sounds like it.
Can I tee it up for you, Tabitha, and you'll take it from there?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Tabitha, just like Melissa, a YAA member. We did our first console call. We actually did a second console call today. She texted me. We got on the line. It was great. The meat and substance of the call wasn't as fun because Tabitha and her husband have been on quite the journey to buy their new vehicle. Working 2 dealers, terrible experience. You want to catch us up to speed on where you are, give a little more details, and we can get my dad's take?
Yeah. You want me to start with like the initial experience at the dealership?
Go for it.
Yeah.
We showed up there. I mean, we got there. We made an appointment. We emailed back and forth. We got there, out the door price, all that stuff beforehand. And then we made an appointment to go today at 1:15, and we showed up a few minutes before. It was a little bit before, and we waited, and like we had given them, I think they had like another 5 to 7 minutes on our clock before we were walking away. But then the sales guy comes around and says, "Okay, I've got your car around here," and they had this little bay in the side, and took us over there, and we walked up. And my first thought was, this isn't the right color. Like, this isn't the right car, but I was like, let me check here and make sure, I've looked at a lot of cars lately. And my husband goes to look in the back seat, opens the passenger door, and then I grabbed they had taken the Monroney sticker off the car. It was just folded in half on the dash, and the VIN number was face down. So I picked it up, and I looked at it, and I just looked at the guy, and I said, this is not the right car. This is the wrong VIN number and everything. And then my husband goes, this isn't even the right seating configuration, because it was an 8-passenger, and we're looking at 7.
Wow.
So, of course, the sales guy starts to scramble, and he was like, hold on. And we're like, yeah, we're cool. We'll just be right here. So he goes inside, and he comes back, and he says that I think it was at that point where he said the accountant had taken the car. Like, the accountant was driving it.
The vehicle you've been working and negotiating on.
How nice.
Yes, the one we've been working on. And I was like, wait a minute. Then that's exactly what I told him. I said, we've been going back and forth on this car, and you're giving us price quotes, and we were scheduled to come drive it today, and then you have someone else just taking it and driving it as like their personal vehicle for the weekend. And he was like, yeah, I know. Like, he didn't know what to do with himself, but he was this young guy. I mean, he didn't appear to me, like, just the way he talked and everything, he didn't seem like he was one that had been there very long. So he's probably not super experienced, because he didn't really know what to say. Because at one point we were like, he was like, well, we'll get it cleaned up and everything. We'll have her bring it in and all that. If you guys want to go grab a bite and come back. And we were like, no, we're not waiting.
Pops, have you ever
I've got other things to do.
Have you ever had like a staff person at the dealership take a vehicle as a demonstrator and then have to come in on their day off because someone came in to test drive it because that happened to you?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, but if I may say this, if they knew,
if you had an appointment,
that there was a particular vehicle that you were interested in, that you had worked numbers on, that you had set up an appointment for, to come in and look at it and finalize the transaction, and nobody bothered to ever say anything to the member of the accounting staff that was driving the car, that'd be the first sign that I would be saying, ta-ta, it's been a real pleasure meeting you. And I would have left.
Well, we left shortly after that.
Bless your heart.
That, and we had just come off of another bad experience at the previous dealership, because we scheduled 2 test drives for today. And which they just tried to totally bamboozle us and tried to pass another car as the one we were talking about, until I called them out and said, this is the VIN number. And that's, I used other words, but I was like, that's a foul move.
Yes.
So ultimately, Tabitha, you ended up with the sales manager come. You had your salesperson, your sales manager.
Yeah, ultimately
and the
they
manager.
had the sales manager come out, and he was talking to us about it. And then they had the general manager come out and was talking to us, and they were all trying to convince us not to leave. And I had my keys in my hand. I was like, "Nah, we'll catch y'all later."
Yeah.
And then we ended up telling them. My husband ended up, because we haven't given any of the dealerships our phone number, because we know they'll just call nonstop. So my husband agreed to give the guy his phone number, and they could call
general manager, right?
Yeah, the general manager and the sales guy were sitting there,
yep.
and So he wrote it down, and they said, and we were like, you get this figured out, and then you can give us a call. So they finally did, and the little guy called and said that he would bring it by. So he finally brought it by for a test drive, showed up at the house with it. And you can, I mean, I have kids, so I know what a car looks like when you drive it around and you have kids in it. Mm-hmm. And, like, there's crumbs and stuff everywhere in the car. And then, you know, they had that, if you remember, Zach, when we talked, they had that $1,000 add-on fee, like for the dealership that included the window tint and everything. There was 2 spots that were bubbled up on the tint on those front windows, and obviously we pointed those out. And then there was something else that I pointed out to the guy, and then the little display screen in the back, like for the air controls in the back, is cracked. There's like a crack on it.
So Tabitha, I guess when you and I chatted earlier, because we were talking about, so Dad, this dealer added a, it's $1,000. It's on every car accessory with tint and nitrogen tires, and it's $1,000, right? And so Melissa and I had talked about, getting a deeper discount before the end of the month and before any of this had happened. Excuse me, Tabitha and I had spoken about that, and ultimately we were going to work towards. It sounded like by Wednesday get a deal done. Then we had the phone call today, and it's okay. This terrible experience happened at the dealership. Now with what you're sharing with this, Tabitha, with regards to like the vehicle not being in great condition either, I'm not even sure if you want it anymore, but if you do, this has got unicorn written all over it, because it's the experience that you've had, I think, is all the leverage you need to work with the general manager to say, what are you going to do to make it right? What do you think, Dad?
Well, no, I mean, if you, even as a sales manager, when I was at the mini store, and my title wasn't necessarily general manager, but, I was told to do whatever we needed to do to make sure a customer was happy. Yeah. And I didn't have to be told that. Yeah. I guess I basically told my employer, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure our customers are happy, because in the long run, that's the most important thing we can do, is we can build our customer base by taking care of our customers and making them part of our mini community. So if the general manager's involved, trust me when I say this, he is going to want to prove to both the salesman, the sales manager, and everybody else that you guys were such incompetent a-holes that I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this deal, because I just want to prove to you that I'm better and smarter and brighter than anybody else in here.
And doesn't it come out of their pay, right?
I can tell you that there were times that I would take negative deals, okay, which meant I actually paid my employer for the privilege of working in his dealership on that particular day.
Because sales managers get paid
off of gross.
Yeah, gross profit.
Okay, so if a deal ends up negative, and it sounds like if you end up making a deal, Tabitha, it's going to be a negative deal for the dealership, well, then that just costs the sales manager money out of his commission for the month. So it just depends how deep they're willing to go in order to make you a satisfied customer.
Right. And I think that's kind of what the deal would hinge on, because I do like the car. I do like the options. You know what I mean? Like it is what we're looking for. And it already had a good negotiability score to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You had done a great job. I mean, it's a 2021 Highlander XLE, and you had chosen, I guess you ran the market price reports. Kudos to you. You had chosen good selection. These weren't ones that were 3 days on the lot. They'd been sitting for a while. High negotiability.
Mm-hmm. Well, this one hadn't been sitting. It's been being driven, and they neglected to tell you that.
Driven. Yeah, it had like 24 something. It was just shy of 2,500 miles on this car now.
Yeah, they kind of forgot to tell you about that.
Exactly. Well, and that's what we told them. Like, we were negotiating this in good faith, and now here we are finding out it has all these miles on it, and now it's got these other issues. But like the tint is, that's a cosmetic thing that can be addressed. And then, but when we were pointing some stuff out, I kind of feel bad for the sales guy, because he's kind of caught in the middle of this.
Let me help Tabitha. Don't feel bad for the sales guy. Okay.
Okay, I won't feel bad for the sales guy.
Don't feel bad for the sales guy, because the sales guy could have found out very early on that this car was somebody's demonstrator. Okay, and that needed to be communicated with you, and it's his fault for not knowing.
And that's what we called out at the dealership.
Yeah. So don't feel bad, like, oh, he's caught in the middle between you and his sales manager and this, and he's they treat him like mushrooms and they keep him in the dark.
Okay.
I don't care how inexperienced he is. You have to have certain principles that you adhere to, even as a salesperson. I'll never forget, there was a situation where I was involved with a customer, and things were getting ugly, and the area vice president asked me a question, and I said, well, can I employ the Hitler defense, which was, well, my superiors told me to do it, so I just did it. And he goes, that doesn't fly with me. I said, well, then, okay, I'm not going to use that excuse. In other words, you have to have principles within you that you adhere to, and you can't just make it somebody else's fault because they were your superior.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we kind of feel like after looking at it, the issues with it are cosmetic. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And they can replace the cracked screen thing. Like, I mean, they probably have one in their parts department. They can just pop it out and
Yes.
do whatever.
Yes.
So I feel like, just given everything that's gone on and the fact that those are just like some cosmetic things that I feel like we can work through, and then like a thorough detailing of it could address the crumbs and whatnot. I really do think that we could hopefully garner a significant saving. So if they're willing to come down the right amount, then I feel like we'd be willing to move forward with that deal.
Well, then that's what you need to make.
And
the
Tabitha should be
general
working
manager
with the
aware
GM,
of.
correct?
Yes.
So for everyone that's watched this, you ever end up in a situation like this, go to the GM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
have.
when we reach out to the GM, though, my question is it better if we send in an email like, hey, because when I talked to Zach earlier, we kind of talked whatever, but that was before all, we saw like the condition of the car. So is it better to shoot an email to the GM and say, here's what we offer, or would it be better to make a phone call?
You could do both, but if you do the phone call, tell him that you want everything that you've just agreed upon in the phone call, you want that in an email so that there is absolutely no confusion, because apparently confusion reigns supreme at your dealership.
Definitely. And I wouldn't hesitate to say that either, because I'm just that kind of person.
No, and good for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, I will definitely keep you all posted.
Yeah, please do. Let's ask my dad one final question. Discount. Yeah. So when a situation like this has come up, mileage that wasn't disclosed, yes, vehicle condition, etc.
Yes.
We're talking about a $40,000 kind of OTD right now, which is what the current quote is that they've given Tabitha. What do you think is reasonable and realistic to get off of that?
What does the government give you for miles on a car? Is it 25 cents or 33 cents or whatever it is? You can't ask them
plus the bad experience.
Yeah, you can't ask them for $1 for every mile that this person put on the car, but you can expect an additional discount because of the miles. You have leverage. Trust me, the general manager if it's a legitimate dealership, the general manager needs to make this deal, wants to make this deal, because he wants to prove to the two other idiots that screwed it up that he was able to keep it together, regardless of how much money they're going to lose in order to do that. So since you're in this situation, I would use the leverage that you have. I would ask for additional monies off. I would ask that they correct.
Let's look at it though, Pops. And Tabitha, I'm pushing here because I gave you my answer earlier.
Well, and before we left, right, and before we left the dealership, the manager, he was tripping the general manager, he was tripping all over himself, just apologizing profusely, and it was a whole thing, and he was like, and obviously we would take money off for this and whatever. I was like, yeah, you will.
So here's the deal as it stands.
And what you say to him is, you say, hey, you know what? I appreciate the apologies, but you know what would show me greater faith in you is how much how much further you're going to discount the car because of all these screw ups.
So let's $995 for their that doesn't come off because it's on every vehicle.
Okay.
$500 dock fee.
Yeah.
We've already got the $4,300 discount. I told
but
Tabitha earlier.
But you've got to get the nobody ever told me it was a demo discount.
No. Yeah,
it's got 2,500 miles on it. I would say if the total balance due was a little over 40,000. I'd hit him at 38, And maybe
What did we talk about earlier,
Yeah.
Tabitha? Maybe he is
Yeah.
my father. Maybe
and,
it's true.
maybe you end up at 38.5.
We talked about, I think, 37.5 trying to end up at 38, like $2,000
Yeah.
off, though.
Yeah. So that's what and I would think they're going to do. I would think the GM's going to do whatever he needs to be done because he doesn't want this to make its way to the owner. So.
Right. Well, and I am that person because I got the time.
Okay.
So.
Good.
Tabitha, let us call back in on Thursday. Next Thursday night, we're doing the members only. Probably on Wednesday. I know we're moving, Dad, but we'll figure out a straight. Anyway, keep us posted. You have my number, obviously, as well. So text me. Let me know what happens. And,
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
I'll keep you in the loop.
Thank you for being a part of what we're doing here.
Thanks,
All right, I appreciate
Tabitha.
it. Thank you.
Yep.
See
Have
ya.
a great night.
You too. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
We'll keep the call lines closed just for a second. Our first ever 15-minute phone call, Dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she have a hell of an experience, though?
Yeah.
I'm really glad that Tabitha was able to call
Yeah.
in because we did that consult earlier today. She texted me. We got on the phone. I wanted to help.
Yeah.
And then I was like, can you join the live stream tonight? Because I think our audience should hear this experience too.
She finds herself in a situation where the dealership has been caught in a series of I don't want to say lies, but misrepresentations, and somebody's going to pay for her to end up being a satisfied customer, and that somebody's going to be the dealership. They're going to take a shorter deal than they normally would have. As you like to say, they're going to take the unicorn deal that shows up on TrueCar.
On TrueCar, best deal, yeah. And also the timing, right?
Yeah.
End of the month, end of the quarter.
Yes. Yeah.
Diamondbacker says, is it possible to see days on lot for all vehicles of a specific dealer? We don't have that at present, although it's kind of cool is if you're on the map, you can actually go in, so it'll spider. And so this is based off negotiability score, but obviously the ones that have higher negotiability scores have been on the dealers a lot longer. And it's not for all vehicles, but it's all for all year, make, model, trim. That's actually a cool feature, isn't that?
I think so.
Look at that.
Yeah, my
God.
God.
We got spiders.
It's a good thing I don't suffer from arachnophobia.
AG says, if a car is a demo, wouldn't it be considered used? And before
No.
we answer that one, Pops, Ken Cross coming through with the $10 donation.
Thank you, Ken Cross.
We have never passed $250 in donations in a stream, and we're going to be on for at least another half an hour. And I'm not saying that we need to get there, but that would be truly incredible.
Yes, it would.
That would seriously be incredible.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And so just because it's a demo doesn't mean it's considered a used car because it hasn't been titled yet. So demonstrators, most manufacturers will allow you to put up to about 5,000 miles on a car.
Mike Dean, we've got spiders.
We got spiders.
We got bundles and spiders.
Yeah, we got our bundles have spiders.
Miani says, can you explain what a retail balloon bonus is?
Sounds to me like they're trying to put you in what GM used to call a smart buy.
Like a balloon payment at the end?
Okay.
So explain what balloon payments are. And Miani,
Okay.
if you can give us more info.
Yeah.
And Jenny, then we're going to answer your question next.
There are ways to buy cars where I guess the nicest way to phrase it is that it has a deferred down payment. So your down payment comes due at the end of the term. It's not a nice way to put people in cars because suddenly they might have these deals are based kind of like a lease, but it's a purchase. There's a residual value involved, and the residual value is what ends up becoming the deferred down payment. So you're either going to end up being responsible for that residual value at the end, or you're going to have to trade it in so that you don't end up with all that money that's still owed.
It's not a good idea.
It's not a good idea.
Jenny Richards, Jenny, our dear friend.
Yeah, our dear friend.
Factory ordered a 2021 Chevy Blazer February 24th. No call on a build date yet. Think I'll even see the car until end of April.
Probably not.
Sorry, Jenny.
Yeah.
David wants to know
if there's no build date.
Yeah. And you've talked about how factory orders, once they're sold units, get priority. So.
Yes, yeah. But if there's still no build date,
Larry agrees with you that 38.5 would be a true unicorn on a $43,000 MSRP. Yeah, really would be.
Yes.
But I think Tabitha's got a chance to pull that off.
I think she does.
And poor folks that use TrueCar are going to see that, and they're going to be like, oh, I should offer 38.5. No, because you don't know half the crap that you had to go through to get that deal. David wants to know, Dad, if you would buy a Lemon Law V6 Atlas. I know the answer to that.
I wouldn't buy a Lemon Law anything.
David Francis wants to say, here's just an idea for another template. Can you create a list of questions to ask in an email to a dealership? Maybe. It needs to be a little more specific, like what are we doing? But we can help with some more content there. Okay. You guys are really covering so many topics tonight. Great job. Thank you, Jenny.
Well, we're trying.
John Lyndham's in the house, Pops.
Hey, John, how's it going? How's your old road?
How's your wife feel about you still tuning in?
yeah, on a Saturday night. Oh, my God.
John's a good guy. Kia's advertising Forte for lease for $99. Is there any negotiation?
Yeah, probably how to get it more. Yeah, they'll negotiate with you to make it more.
Usually those are like subvented plans.
Oh my rates, God, yes. Yeah. You know, with $8,000 down and this and that and the other thing.
But in those Kias, there's actually not a lot of wiggle room to begin with. So,
No.
Chadman PAC wants to know how much off MSRP for a 21 Forester Limited in Michigan can be expected. I don't know. You're going to have to run a market price report on that.
That would give you a better idea.
Run it in here, see what the conditions are. If we looked at that BMW before. There were no high negotiability BMWs. Yeah. So that means the percent off is going to be less. And so just run a few and get a sense for it. You guys are awesome.
Well, thank you. I concur.
Thank you. Askman, dealer giving only $800 off MSRP when manufacturer website says $5,500 discount is applicable. How can they be made to be honest, or is it hopeless?
Well, maybe the $5,500 discount is manufacturer incentives that you should get above and beyond the dealer discount of $800.
Manufacturer incentives are no skin off a dealer's back.
Yep.
They're subsidies paid for by the manufacturer, so they shouldn't want to be dishonest about that because it just makes the deal sweeter. What you need
makes it easier. It makes it easier for you to say yes.
What you need to be privy to is when you see an OTD quote or a deal worksheet and it just says discount.
Yeah.
You need to understand how much of the discount is the dealer discount
and how much is the manufacturer rebate.
Yep, exactly.
Or incentive.
All right, let's see. 4,000. Okay, Mayani, it's something Kia has listed with their incentives and bonuses. I sent a pic to the YAA Instagram DM. You're flying, Pops. I'm going to check the IG DMs.
Not the IG DMs.
The IG DMs.
Oh, my God. And I thought many years ago, the United States and the Soviet Union came up with a plan
KMS.
to ICBMs. They limited the number of them.
Intercontinental ballistic
missiles. Yes.
So it's an $800 balloon bonus cash incentive.
Yeah. So if you do their balloon deal, then
Mayani, put the link to the vehicle in the chat, and we'll pull it up, and we'll actually click on the little icon so that we can read it on the screen together. Send it over if you can, please. Thank you for.
But yes, it's additional. It's additional money to encourage somebody to do a balloon deal.
Tony Perkins, a local dealer, told me many years ago you expect a rebate and something off MSRP.
That is correct.
Well said, Tony.
Yes.
Ken says if you custom order a car, when do they book the deal? So is it better to order at the end of the quarter, or does it only matter when you pick it up?
It only matters when you pick it up.
And the reason I asked this question is because you told me one story of one time a dealer group in Arizona that you didn't work for, but you knew about them, that got audited and got in a lot of trouble because they were RDRing vehicles improperly.
Yes.
I simply bring that up to say, when you factory order a vehicle, is it like 99.9% of the time it's RDR'd upon delivery, and then like some people still RDR, or am I making that up?
Well, you can't RDR a car you don't have.
All right, that's fair.
Okay, so the car has to be in the dealer's inventory in order to be able to do a retail delivery report.
Fair.
And this particular Acura dealer used to dealer trade me cars that they had already reported as sold to Acura.
Yeah.
So that when I went to report it as sold, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Which my Acura factory rep couldn't do much. But when Acura came in
and audited
them, and the dealer had to stroke a check for like $250,000 for all these cars that they said were sold that weren't sold, that they got incentives on, then it becomes costly.
Travis Mueller, how do I ask for an invoice price politely? My dad actually
just like that.
My dad actually wrote a template for that. It'll be in sometime soon, so I'll stay tuned for that.
Is that your pressure on me to write it again?
You do need to rewrite it, yeah. Robert Contreras, Pops, purchased your 3-month membership, and it was great, especially for the days on lot numbers. Helped me find one that had been sitting longer and got better discount compared to others. with fewer days.
See, there is something to that.
What we're actually working on in the near
Yes.
future is the incentives piece. So
Yes.
in this structure, we have the OTD, but
Yes.
we don't have the manufacturer incentives.
Yes, and we hope to have that.
That's why we were talking to Chrome. That's why
Yes.
we're talking to so many different people, and the actual like proper tax rates and everything, like work in process. That's also why we're hiring right now. Again, link down below. If you want to come work with me and my dad and the team behind the scenes, we need a Python engineer.
Or if you want to replace me.
Anyway, we need help.
Yes.
Okay.
God knows I need help, but most of the help I need is mental.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dealers trying to charge me $600 for a Kahoo device on a Genesis G80 I'm looking at buying. What is a Kahoo device?
That would have been my question. I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my, $52,000 reasonable for a 2021 Toyota RAV4 Prime XSE Premium. That sounds expensive.
Well,
Yet run the price reports,
Yeah,
but I don't know. That sounds
Yeah.
expensive. Ooh, that sounds really expensive.
yeah,
You can't be replaced, Ray.
I could, but I hope not to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can assure you, this is just me speaking, and I know it's going to sound egotistical when I say it. I could be replaced, but whoever they replace me with won't be anywhere near as funny as I am. Just saying.
Humble. Mike says if any of you are looking to sell or trade your vehicle, don't forget to use the value my trade-in feature after joining Blackbook
Yes.
values at your fingertips. Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
What did Dial say?
Is Dial on?
Yeah, right there.
Hello, gentlemen. Hi, Pops. What are you drinking? Sincerely, Dial Delaney.
Zero orange flavored Gatorade. This was a payment from Zach for me having to play Uber driver.
Opening up the phone lines again. We'll take another phone call or two here.
Okay.
Hey, stay tuned. I'll let you know when it comes in.
Okay.
Oh, my, yeah. $57,000 out the door for a RAV4.
Wow.
That's insane.
Are we crushing that like button, ladies and gentlemen? How many likes are we up to? Could somebody let me know how many likes we're up to?
All right, we got a call coming in, Pops.
Okay, call coming in.
You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey, Steve from Sacramento.
Steve.
Hey,
from
Steve, how are you tonight?
Sacramento.
I'm wonderful. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Oh yeah, buddy, you know the magic words.
Yeah, I've been watching you guys since day one, so it seems like you're pretty proud of Zach nowadays.
I was proud of Zach before all this.
Thank you, Dad.
It seemed like you weren't sure. It seemed like you weren't sure how it was going to go.
Well, let me just say this. I've always been proud of Zach. I was a little less proud of him when he called me from Pitt to let me know that he got busted for underage drinking. But other than that, I've always been proud of him. I was proud of the fact that he not only had one fake ID so he could buy the alcohol,
come on,
he
man.
had two. So God bless him. I mean, the nerve of the young man.
What can we do for you, Steve?
So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to share one of my experiences at a dealership.
Is it a good one?
Actually, I learned from it. Let me put it that
Then
way.
it was a good one in that sense.
Let's hear.
Yeah, so I was shopping around for a new vehicle, and I went to one dealership that was a little ways away from Sacramento, and so we were working on a deal, and he gave me his card, and I left.
Okay.
And then I went to another dealership, and so I had the first dealership's card, and I kind of let the other dealership know that I was working with someone else. He says, "Oh yeah, I know that guy. He's been around forever, you know." And the guy has been around for like 40 years.
Okay.
So then I got the numbers from him, and I got a pretty good deal. It was like $3,500 off of MSRP plus $1,000 rebate. So then I went to my last dealership, and I had the numbers that I wanted to play with. And so I went a little bit below that number trying to work a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, it wasn't the salesperson, it was the next person up. He didn't believe those numbers, you know, and he was really working me to be more honest with him, you know.
Uh-huh.
So then eventually I gave in and I told him the number. So then he went to his manager, And then he came out with a smile, and he put out his hand to shake my hand and told me the number, and it was only $200 less than the other number.
Uh-huh.
And what I learned was I should not have put out my hand to shake his hand. I should have called the middle dealer and said, hey, this is a deal I'm working with right at the moment. And I didn't. In the heat of battle, you don't think of those things.
No.
So I made the deal, and it's like I felt bad because, well, I probably shouldn't feel bad, but I was screwing over the previous dealer just for $200.
Yeah.
And when I said that, he had a grin, So so that's the thing I learned, and then come to find out, all three dealers, the big manager called me, and they wanted to work another deal for an extra $500 off. So I guess the bottom line is avoid, if they stick out your hand to close the deal, don't be in such a hurry because everybody, when someone puts out their hand, it's natural to shake your hand.
Sure.
I mean,
and
Steve, I know I've talked to my dad in the past about, and he's shared stories about, with working with customers, you really want to go drive another 2 hours away to go beat this deal by $200? Like, I'll match, and like, so I think the anecdote in the story you shared, it makes sense, like why, I don't know if you had to travel real far for that other dealership, but I know, Dad, you've talked about that before.
It's difficult when you're working numbers and you're working multiple dealerships against each other. And I used to tell customers this when they would leave. I used to say, if somebody's going to beat my deal by $50 or $100, can they do it? I'm sure they can. If they decide they want to steal a deal from me, I'm sure they can. What you need to determine from your perspective as the customer is it worth selling out the guy that actually worked hard to make the deal with you to the guy that only had to beat the deal in order to get it?
I don't know.
And that's a tough decision that a customer has to make. And
yeah, there was something else that was coming into play also. The vehicle that I test drove at the dealer prior, which is the middle dealer, the vehicle didn't drive right.
Okay.
Then don't
feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they took it back to the maintenance. They rotated tires, and I drove it again, and it still didn't drive right. It was like wobbling.
Then there's no reason to feel bad. You did all your due diligence, and you were able to work the third dealer to get you an even better deal than what you could have gotten at the first two. And I'm assuming that the car at the third dealership drove the way you expected it to drive.
Exactly, it drove perfect.
Then you did absolutely the right thing, and you should not feel guilty in the least.
Yeah, and
just so you know, Steve, it's not the first time that's ever happened to the middle dealer, and it won't be the last time that will ever happen to the middle dealer. It happens to all dealers.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess the thing is that there was still $500 on the table.
Yeah. Well.
Hey, well, Steve, thanks for sharing the story. Thanks for calling in. We've got donations coming in left and right, so we got to fly so we can address some of these. But thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Pops.
Yeah. I get to take so I can hear.
SSS RCR 85.
Oh my God.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. I just emailed you a Highlander quote. Okay, so let me see if I can pull that up because, it would be great if we can actually share that with everyone. Yeah, and I think I have it. So Richard, thank you, Richard. Let me make sure there's no PII on here. It's
from Coons.
Oh, and Richard, thank you. You actually blocked out your PII.
Yeah,
so thank you.
Bless your heart.
This is the power of the community.
Yes.
Which, Richard, the fact that you donated $25, thank you. That means the world. But you're giving people so much value by sharing this.
Oh my God! Look at the dock fee now in Virginia, $8.99.
So let's see what we're working with here, right? So we've got a $47,000.
Just think about this for a second. This is Coons Toyota.
Coons, Arlington, Toyota. Yep.
Okay.
This is our old stomping grounds.
Yes. So I'm going to assume just for a minute, that they're a fairly sizable Toyota
Coons a
dealership.
volume mover.
Okay. So let's say conservatively they sell 300 cars a month, which is probably light. Okay. What's 300 times 900?
I got it. Oh, I don't got it.
Is that
$270,000
just in profit from dock fee?
Is it 27,000 or 270,000?
270,000.
Man, maybe we should open up a dealership. I'm kidding.
Maybe we should just charge people a dollar.
Yeah. What if your Euro Auto Advocate membership was $29.99 and a $900 dock fee? God, what a stupid freaking business! Oh my God. Okay, so here you go. But thank you, Richard, for sending this in. So if you're in the market, for a Highlander, and this was one that $47,000 was the MSRP, dock fee, roof crossbar. I mean, well, that's all on there. But anyway, net, you get out to a $1,500 rebate. Total credit. So $48,500. Wow. Expensive. That's all I'd say.
I think I would negotiate the dock fee some more.
Let's get caught up here, Dad. We had another donation come in while we were Jenny. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see Jenny. If you don't mind, Jenny, send me your mailing address. I want to send you a T-shirt so that when you finally do take delivery, sometime in 2021, you can take a photo with your YAA T-shirt in front of the vehicle. So send me, if you don't mind, if you feel comfortable, send me your, email me, please. I'll send you a free T-shirt just so you have one. Maybe one of the new buy rate. Well, that doesn't make as much sense. No, knowledge is power, I think. Okay, let's answer some live chat questions, Pops. I feel like we're doing good tonight. We're moving, we're shaking.
I think, and I said this to Zach the other day, that our live streams are so much more fun today than they were in the beginning, because it's called experience.
Richard also is calling out MSRP was $52,000 on that Highlander, so he worked a good deal.
Yeah.
Wow, but it's still so expensive.
Oh, we need 7 more thumbs up to get to 300. Let's go. Thank you, Dial.
Come on, fam. I don't give out name. Is there any way to restructure the retail sales contract to lower the sales tax? Like pay $45,000 for the extended warranty and then really lower the vehicle price?
No,
not that I'm aware of.
States are dumb, but they're not that dumb.
That's a good call.
Let's see. Why would you pay $45,000 for an extended warranty on your $5,000 car?
Bill Greer is going to be ordering a new Kia. When I do order the car, will there still be a manufacturer's holdback and floor plan allowance for the vehicle? The car is already sold when the order is signed.
The car is not already sold when the order is signed.
That's the question,
No, the car is not. The car is sold when you take delivery. Thank you, John.
John, your wife's going to be on you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Means a lot. Means the world. John, do you have a T-shirt? John, email me your address, actually, as well. Because a photo of you in front of your all-road. Beautiful car. Yeah, John, email me your... Please don't everyone email me your address because it's going to be hard to remember who actually donated one. But John and Jenny, email me your addresses, please. I'll send you a free T-shirt. Thank you. Well, you've donated, so you paid for it. But still, I'm going to send it to you.
Wow, what a guy.
What were you saying? I'm sorry. I cut you off.
I don't know. Something about that.
Oh, factory ordering.
Yeah.
Floor plan assistance holdback.
Yeah, dealers still get that.
Yep.
Yeah, when the car comes in, and the floor plan assistance just becomes pure profit at that point.
I love our community. Dial is thanking John for the support.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes. It is beautiful.
Larry wants to know where the discounts are on the Highlander deal. Let's look at the worksheet again, because I'm a little confused by that as well.
Well, what was the MSRP?
52 something is what?
Okay, well then it looks like there was $5,000 off.
It's just
wasn't
weird.
There
that
another document that he included in his email?
Let me see. Yeah, there you go.
52,763.
It's just weird that they didn't put the MSRP on the buyer's order. They just put the cash price of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So there you go, Larry.
But they didn't break down
what the discounts were.
What made up that discount? How much of that was a factory incentive to the customer?
Wow. Robert sold my car to Carvana for $3,000 more than when it was 1 month ago.
Cars are not supposed to be appreciated.
That doesn't happen.
But this is a crazy time in which we live.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
Walter loves the show.
Yeah.
Looking for a 2020 CPO Honda Civic Sport Touring, 3,000 miles. Dealer asking 28.5 plus tax. A 2021 goes for 30 to 32,000. CPO warranty is 100,000 miles. Should I get CPO 2020 or the new 2021?
I can't answer that question.
We filmed the video.
Is there enough savings on the 2020 over the 2021? Are you planning on keeping it a long time? If you are, then the CPO warranty might come in handy.
You did that once, actually. Remember with one of the MDXs? Didn't you do that?
Yeah.
Share that with the audience.
Well, I bought a retired service loaner MDX that we had.
When my dad worked at the Acura dealership.
Yeah, because it was significantly cheaper.
Which was different than this case.
Than a current model year brand new one. And it had a much longer warranty. Because it was a certified pre-owned car. So there are times that it makes sense. You just have to make sure that the savings is significant enough.
Yep.
So what does that have to be? $3,000, $4,000 difference? It's up to you.
We've got someone Alex asking what our thoughts are on the new Carnival and discount opportunities. I actually was working a deal with a gentleman.
What's a Carnival?
The Kia Carnival. No one's pulling your leg here. It's called the Kia Carnival.
What is it?
You haven't seen the Kia Carnival? We're about to expose my father to
the Kia Carnival.
Is it spelled with a K? No, it's spelled with a C. I don't know. You never know.
It's
like a minivan.
Oh, it's the replacement for the Sedona.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, nothing says I love my family like sticking your kids in the Carnival.
Kia, we're not going to invoice you for that one, but if he comes up with another one on the stream, we are.
Yeah.
We succeed. You succeed. We all succeed.
That is correct.
100% right.
Yeah.
Vroom upped Finster's mom. Her offer $2,000 after 7 days. Crazy.
I'm telling you, when Chip called yesterday, he was in a state of depression. Which is right outside of the D.C. area.
We have a good question here, though, Dad. And I'm interested in your take. That was funny.
Okay.
That was one of your better ones.
Yeah, well,
that was good. I didn't see that. That one wasn't as set up as much.
Yeah.
When used car prices fall, will used car dealers' sites eventually need to take losses on these currently overpriced vehicles, or will they age like wine on the lot?
Well, if we were working for my former employer, they would age like wine. The smarter dealers will have realized that this was coming, and they will start making adjustments based on that.
Let's.
But yeah, I mean, here. Just because let me put it to you this way: if a dealer has a 50 car used car inventory, and it's $2 million worth of used cars. Okay, that doesn't mean you can sell it for $2 million. That just means that's what you own it for. If the market has changed to a degree to where that $2 million worth of cars is now only worth $1,750,000.
But let's hit on
you
something.
You have to put on your big boy pants as the dealer, and you have to bite the bullet and take that loss.
I think you're wrong, though. You want to know why?
Yes, I do. And the reason you could be right and I could be wrong is because I'm still utilizing 43 years worth of experience during a pandemic where we have never seen anything.
And so that's what I want. We have seen something like this, though. That's what's going through my head. I'm pulling up the Black Book chart.
Yeah.
What have we seen? This is pre-COVID.
Yeah.
This is COVID.
This
is a graph. If you're new to the channel, this is a graph that comes out weekly. Yes. Every single dot on here is weekly.
Yes.
And it's wholesale used car prices.
Yes.
And they plummeted. Remember? Yes. And back during this time, just so everyone knows, back in March and April of last year, I was looking to sell my car.
Yes.
I ended up not selling my car until September.
Yes.
Okay. Part of the reason I didn't sell my car is because I was like $7,000 underwater because I was trying to sell it right here.
Yeah.
Then prices shot back up.
Yeah.
Then we had 20 weeks. This red line represents no positive or negative decrease or increase in wholesale prices. We had 20 weeks starting right here to right here of wholesale used car price declines.
Reductions, yeah.
We did not ever see a consummate decline in retail used car prices.
Yes. I think it was a commensurate.
A commensurate, a commensurate. What does that word mean?
It doesn't, but
It doesn't.
But that's okay. You're the CEO.
But we never saw use the word,
Commensurate.
decline in retail prices.
That is correct.
So I'm waving the flag.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, dealers wisened up.
Yeah.
And as long as people are not watching our damn videos
Yeah.
or being educated,
Yeah.
they're still going to walk in there and overpay for this stuff, even when wholesale prices are coming down.
That could be, yeah.
We saw the greed at I don't want to call it greed, but we saw profit-making activities
Yes.
at their highest levels ever.
Yes.
Dealers having record banner years.
Yes.
Because they were able to maintain super high prices.
Yes. They were able to maintain super high prices. They were able to cut their advertising expenses. They were able to cut
Their overhead
their
expenses.
personnel expenses. So they've learned how to do more with less. But still, just because you own $2 million worth of inventory doesn't mean it's worth $2 million anymore.
No,
The
I agree.
market has shifted.
So I had a consult call this week, Dad.
Okay.
And someone was saying to me, well, and they're buying a used car. The dealer says that actually, I think I have it in my. Let's take a quick peek because when we meet, if you sign up and we meet 1-to-1, obviously we run the market price report before so that we can actually look at. I think it was the Subaru Outback. Yep.
Okay.
And the dealer said it's
Yeah.
already got a high negotiability score, but the dealer said we're taking it to auction if you don't buy it today. And we actually ended up running this. So this is what's super interesting. So this is being sold at a Subaru dealership. The suggested offer, right? We actually this is in, let me double check, but I think this is, whoops, we can just check right here. Yes, it's in Florida. So
And I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what
They know what MMR is.
So look at this. That's what I was about to show you.
And so they probably know that they can take it right now and make money.
Look at this. The actual value of the vehicle, trade in, private sale, retail, is higher. Let me open the vehicles tab back up so we can look at it together. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Like, they got it advertised here and down to 20. So OTD, if I'm not mistaken, the OTD on this one was like 32,000 when it all came out, said and done with their, adding their stuff and whatnot. And I actually said to this person that I had the consult call with, I was like, you know what? They might actually take it to auction.
Yeah. They might actually be able to make money on it.
So I bring that up because we're talking about in the future when wholesale prices actually are kind of deflating. If that's the case, if you've watched, we're talking week after week after week and wholesale prices are down, the dealer uses the line, well, I'm going to take it to auction if you don't buy it today. That might not be as true then, but it kind of might be true today.
Yeah, it could be. And they could be making money, especially if they bought the car 90 days ago before the prices started going up crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah, please, Pops.
We've never hit $300.
Well, we never hit $250. We hit $250.
I know, but we've never hit $300 on a live stream. And I'm not good at math, as you know, but we're $1.53 away.
I will continue the live stream from dinner if we hit $300. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel okay. The folks at the restaurant might not agree, but what the hell?
This is covering dinner and then some, except not really. We put it back into the business. But anyway, it's all good. Thank you, guys. Thanks for everyone. Okay, Ralph says, when you lease, shouldn't you strive for zero down?
That's what I always do.
Yep. There's no need to put money on someone else's car.
No.
Yeah, no need.
No.
Do you want to do one more phone call before we...
I will do whatever you want. We're approaching 2 hours.
I know, but I'm looking at the camera battery and it's fine.
It is for probably 10 more minutes.
Yeah. Okay, well, wait. It'll when it shows up, then you put them on. But I think I look cool when I wear it like this, so...
You do. and when I wear them like this, I don't look cool at all.
John Lynham, $5. Here you go. You're the man. I'm sending you. Well, I'm still just sending you a T-shirt. But thank you, John. That means
thank you.
And this is incredible. We've never had this much donation. We've never had this much engagement on a stream before. Yeah. And Alexis, thank you, Alexis.
Oh my God, keep it up.
Well, then I feel greedy at that point. You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Well, good evening there, Godfather and Godson. This is Rob from Idaho. First-time caller, long-time voyeur.
Oh, God, we love you.
The internet's an incredible place, man.
It really
this is awesome. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for that. What can we do for you, good sir?
Hopefully you can answer this question. I filed bankruptcy a couple years ago, and my attorneys forgot to keep the car off the bankruptcy.
Gotcha.
So now I'm fixing to pay off the car here next week, but it will not show up on the credit report, and so it probably won't mess with my FICO score. Is there any way to get that added on there to help boost
you
the
did
FICO?
You did not run the car or include the car in your bankruptcy filing?
I didn't want to, but apparently the attorney forgot to keep the car out of it.
But you've
So therefore-
you've been making payments on it?
Yeah, and Fiat Chrysler told me that they canceled my account where I couldn't get online anymore to make my payments online and check the balance and all that. And they said it won't count. It won't show up on my credit report.
Well, it very well might not. But if it were me, and this is just me, the way I think I would try to handle it, and Kimberly, you can chime in here with your thoughts as well. What I would do is I would write to all three of the credit bureaus, and I would include in the written documentation copies of your bank statement showing that you've been making these payments every month, even after the bankruptcy. And is there some way that you can add that to my bureau results?
Okay, because I was thinking about trying that when I get the final payment or the
I don't even.
or whatever they're going to.
I don't think you have to wait for the final payment. I think you can because this will probably take you longer than you think because you're dealing with credit unions or credit bureaus. But that's the way I think I would approach it because you're at least showing proof to the bureaus that the payments have been made and were continued being made even after the bankruptcy. So I think with that proof, they very well might be able to add it to your bureau reports.
All right, because I was just wondering how much would that actually change my FICO score?
It should help tremendously.
And Kimberly says, excellent advice, Papa Chef's good, definitely worth doing. So you get the Ray Chef's stamp of approval.
I got the Kimberly Klein stamp of approval.
Yes, you did. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Godfather. I'm kneeling down, kissing your ring.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be the Godfather.
Oh man, thanks.
Y'all have a good night now.
You too. Bye now. That was good.
That was great. All right, Pops, we had quite a few donations come through, so let's acknowledge those real quick. Jason with $10. Jason, you're the man. You always email. George wants the live feed for dinner. We might have to do Alexis.
Yeah.
I know Kimberly's been helping Alexis a bunch here. I want to just call out before, maybe we'll do one more phone call before the end of the night. We have that.
You got to turn the air conditioning down. I'm freezing.
Oh, okay. I'll go do that. You do a promo for what we sell.
Okay.
And why we sell it.
Okay.
And then I'll turn the AC down.
Yeah. Okay, so as you know, we have bundles. We're the original bundlers when it comes to helping people with their car buying experience. You actually have access to most of this for free. Now, yes, it's a limited amount, but you have access. If you need a more substantial amount of access to our tools,
I just laugh because it's like you're so verbose, man.
It's always been a problem.
It is. We were at this.
Okay, so we got tiers: $14.99, $29.99, and $49.95. Right now, the most popular, which is the $29.95.
It is cool.
You can
Most
use
people sign up
$5 off the $29, and so you can get that for $24.99. Saves you $5, gets you 3 months worth of price reports, market price reports,
the black book,
the black
email
book,
templates,
the
incentives is coming soon.
Yes, yeah. and you get to participate in the members-only live stream.
Which have actually become really good. I'm really proud. Yeah. We had about 50 people on the most recent one.
Yes. And we get to really do a deep dive
it was really good.
into different things.
Okay.
And I agree with David, Premier is the best.
So one thing I just want to touch on, I read out this manifesto one time.
Yes.
I kind of want to nightcap with this. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. This is your live stream.
It's our live stream. Watch how the audience goes down but we got it. We got to share a bit about why we are. Okay. You want to read it?
No, you can read. You're okay. No, I don't. I've read it so damn many times.
Anyway, we wrote this manifesto, and the whole idea is to explain why we're doing what we're doing, and also how we make money. Let's actually just do how we make money. We make money from you. No dollar of revenue we earn comes from any other source. To be crystal clear, that means we take no compensation from car dealerships or automotive manufacturers. You pay us for one of two things: membership to your auto advocate or add-on products such as financing and insurance, like the extended warranties. Why are you telling me this? Many online automotive research and vehicle search businesses proclaim to be consumer-centric and in support of car buyers. These same businesses make money by selling your information to car dealerships as leads. To be clear, we do not do that and will never engage in behavior like this. The business model of looking like the good guy and then turning around and selling your information to car dealers simply perpetuates the unfair and inefficient practices that plague buying a car. We feel that it is of the utmost importance that you understand how we make money so that we can earn your trust in our mission to make a difference in buying vehicles and evolving the industry. Why do you need to make money? We need to make money to invest in solutions that empower car buyers. Recruiting smart, capable people costs money. Again, we're hiring. If you are a Python engineer, please fill out that form below.
Yes.
You need smart and capable people who are committed to a common goal in order to enact change. So how can I support you? So that's what my dad was just pitching. So thank you. We got our vision statement. We got our mission
Why
statement.
don't you post this whole thing to the stream so people can read
It's not on the website yet. I keep asking the team to put it on the website, so soon it'll be on the website.
Well,
I can't.
You can't post it?
It's a Google Doc. Can I share a Google Doc publicly?
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
We have these principles for how we make decidecis, like a little.
Anyway,
I'm just.
Can I say something?
You love principles.
I hated my principals in school, most of them anyway, because most of them had nothing nice to say to your father.
Yeah, we both got in trouble quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of folks have dropped off. Let's do one final call for those that have stuck around, Pops, and then we'll go out to dinner. Final call.
I got to do one more call.
Final call.
One final.
Come on, that last call is hilarious.
Yeah.
Man. That was one of the best. Final call for those that stuck through our pitch and spiel.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for enduring.
Robert wanted to know how he could upgrade from his $29.99 to the Premier.
Yeah, Arash, I know you're not on the stream tonight, but man, we got to build that net. We got to build that.
Come on, it's got to get done.
Well, but everything else also has to get done.
Everything's got to get done.
Robert, shoot me an email. Zach at your auto advocate. I'll help you take care of that.
Yeah.
Explain payment methods to PayPal. Maybe. Sorry, Sadiq. But maybe. Hair is rocking the Superman hairstyle with the hair hanging down in front. Yeah, I got lucky this morning.
You did?
It looks good today.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you meant. I thought you meant you got lucky this morning. But I don't want to know.
Melissa's Googling how to become a Python engineer right now.
Okay.
Final phone call, gang. If no one calls in, it's all good. I mean, we won't be offended.
Yeah, no, I won't be offended. Because, truth be told, we're at 2 hours and 7 minutes, and I'm pooping out a little bit.
Yeah, but you got dinner in 50 minutes. And the family's treating, essentially.
If they are tonight, absolutely. Yeah. God bless them.
Okay, I don't think we're going to call, so that's okay. I'll call you later just to make you feel
can
good.
Call me anytime you want.
That is another stream in the books.
Yes.
Chris wants to know why Python. Yeah, the whole app right now is built on Python backend, React front end, React Native for the mobile app. We're starting to work on the mobile app.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot going on. Thank you to everyone.
BB, senior Python engineer.
Well said, Pops.
Yeah.
Parting shots.
Thank you, everybody, and I mean this as sincerely as I can state it. We could not have achieved anywhere near whatever little bit of success we're having if it wasn't for all of you participating, being part of this, being helpful not to Zach and I, but to each other. I'm reminded of a time when I was at the mini store, and we used to put together these trips for our customers where we would run from Baltimore to York, take the back roads, and we'd go to a baseball game with the York Revolution. And I realized I wasn't selling cars. I was really some type of community organizer. Because we had people from the ages of 18 to 85 that all gathered together, found something in common with each other, and it was like our little mini community. And this, with 87,000 subscribers to the YouTube channel, oh my God, with 87,000 subscribers to the YouTube channel, 60,000 members on the website, it is
unreal.
it is so much more successful than we ever dreamed.
But I gotta hit you with one thing.
Okay.
John Campbell, thank you.
Thank you, John Campbell. That was...
So I had a mentor.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in everyone else, your thoughts on this too. He said to me,
Yeah.
success is not the accomplishment.
Yeah.
Success is the pursuit of worthy goals. Waking up every day and being on the pursuit of something worthy.
Yeah.
We've been successful from day one because, and everyone that's been a part of this has been, because we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
This is effed up. And you know what? It's also effed up in like buying your house. It's also effed up in a variety. Like,
yeah, but this in particular.
This in particular is the worst. I have never felt so lucky to have resented you as much as I did growing up because I never saw you, or else I wouldn't have had the. This is all I think about. This is everyone behind the scenes: Nat, Marnie, Anna, Arash, Anton, James, Jim, Kimberly, Yanni. I want to make sure I don't forget. I'm sorry, Allison, Minal.
Yeah, everybody.
That's the number of people working. Everyone wakes up, and you know what they think about?
Figuring out how to make this better for everyone.
And that's success.
Yeah, you're right.
Pursuing that every damn day. That's success.
And literally, it cannot be done without everybody that participates in this and helps each other out. And that's what it's all about. I mean,
and so our new doc fee is coming out soon.
Yeah.
That was a great idea.
Yeah.
Your membership's this, but the doc fee's there. Yeah. Anyway, okay, we could wax poetic forever. Let's go get dinner.
Okay.
The battery's running late. Thanks you to everyone. John with the $50 donation.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you Wednesday from the new place.
And Hottie sneaking in.
Yeah, thank you, Hottie. You know, we can get into the new place at 3 o'clock on Wednesday.
Nice. So we'll stream on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. See you on Wednesday. Thank you.
See you Wednesday.
Everyone.
Good night, everybody.
You want to hit the button?
No, you can. You're the
I always
button
hit
hitter.
the button. Okay. 350 likes.
Wow. That's incredible.
That is.